So yeah, I hope you hear the audio. So the answers are joggen. Emily said joggen oft in Zuma. M Zuma. Matlab she likes to jog in summers a lot. And Ryzen. Ryzens mean to travel a lot. Um, to travel somewhere you like to. Im Zoma. Zoma means summer. So Ryzen, Chatten, and Eva said fotografieren und Tanzen mit Kollegen. So you just need to write that what they said, not the whole sentence. But if you have written the whole sentence, that's too cool. That's really good if you have done that. Um, so yeah, apologies for my writing because I don't have that habit of writing on the iPad. So it's a little bit of, you can say, uncomfortable for me, but I'm learning it. So it will gradually get better with the time. So yeah. So let's move to the next question. Okay. So Kokhan, Shimon, Ryzen. So here this Ryzen means travel. So Ryzen, Keen, Skinogan, Lazen. So these are the all activate. Swai A. So Swai A asks, was machen Sie gern, was machen Sie nicht gern, grüßen Sie. So what you have to do is you have to write that what do you like to do and what do you don't like to do. Sie nicht gern, what you don't like to do. So grüßen Sie. So you have to just do a cross because in German cross means you do that thing, and that's what in German we usually do. So yeah. So for example, Kuchen, I somewhat I like, yeah, sometimes I like. So sometimes I like to cook. In Skinogen, yeah. Lesen, nah. Okay. Schwimmen, it's okay. I had tried swimming one time, so I didn't have any. Tanzen, nicht gern. Resen, gern. Okay. Singen I like to sometimes. So gern. Joggen, uh, joggen I like to jog a little bit, not too much. So fotografieren, yeah, sehr gern. Machen Musik hören, yeah, I like to do. So you have to do what do you like and what do you don't like according to your choices. Arbeiten Sie zu zwei. Fragen und antworten Sie. Hört du gern Musik? So this is that question that the question is, and you have to answer it. So Horst du gern Musik, Gehst du gern ins Kino, liest du gern, ja sehr gern, und du? Nein, nicht so gern, es geht so. So yeah. And there is this Frage and there is these answers that you have to do. So you can do and mark it as homework. Mein Hobbies, mein Freunde. Okay. So there is this pictures that you need to do. Mein Hobby, meine Freunde. Lesen Sie und ergänzen Sie die Verben. So you have to use the verb that you have learned. So what they are doing. So yeah, according to the pictures, you have to understand that what they are trying to do. So as I can see that here they are trying to reason. So just read the whole sentence. You will gradually get Tom and Ish reason gern wir lieben Paris. They were saying that Tom and I were traveling, and we loved Paris. Okay, so first is already mentioned is cook again. So she likes to cook. No, it's not like it's I'm going to cook. That what it means. Ich koche gern. So if you are going to cook, you're gonna say ich koche gern. Ich reisen gern. So whatever the you are doing going to do. Betty und Buche. Betty and Buche. Sie dash gern. So what they are going to do? They are going to study. So what is for study? To read. So there is least. I know that you are going to ask that why is least? That's not listen, but there are two peoples, right? So you have remember the test in 10 verbs, right? Okay, walk out. Chal jao. Okay, my pen is not working, guys. I don't know why on this specific side. Okay, test. So firstly you need to cut out the T. I think that rule is a little bit ulta, you can say. T-E-S-T tin. So you have remembered that rule, so let me not go. If you aren't remembered, just go to, because the pen is not working at all and I am having problem with the pen. So yeah, so here you have you seen, right? So here you have you seen, right, that ish, bin, ish, I use heiser, e is there. Then you have bist, do bist, and you have there easy, you have st, then you have z, the formal u, then you have em. So because of it, when where has that where we use st, so lesen is become laced. Let's where we are, yeah, here we are. So because of this rule, the lesen we had, so it become least. So for example, we have this verb lesen. So because that we have two people here, so the we are using this, change this verb is going to change into L-I-E-S-T, so least. Okay, so I hope that you have gotten my point. If not, then you can go back again, watch that verb video, verbal and personal pronomen. There you got to know that why this change. I know that it's a little bit changed too much, but if you are wanna go very deep into it, you can go and check out that video again. So let's go forward. Ben toll, ban sind toll. So just like here, you have seen that verbs get accordingly changed. So here Ben singt toll. Ein Sensation. Ein Sensation. Ein Sensation. Joggen. Wir joggen. Joggen. Peter, Markus und Fußball, they spielen. Remember, be careful with the verbs, but you aren't encountered with it, so you don't need to. Yeah, here they have mentioned this thing that that why these verbs are going to change. So I'm just going to give you I'm just going to take 2 minutes to explain this, that how this verb thing works. So see here, we have ish, do, air, sz. You can note it down. It's really very important, because you are going to encounter it very much in the future, and it's really important, so I don't want you to miss out on this. um, you have these verbs. Koken means cook. Okay, I'm just going to write it down so that you have idea that what is koken means. Koken to cook, arbeiten to work. Okay, lesen to read, sprechen to speak. So as you can see that the main verb is cook. According to the personal pronouns, things might change. So ish we have e. Ish we use arbeit, lese. Okay, the verb is lesen, but here we are using lese. Sprachen we have used Sprache. So do have coxed, arbeit have arbeitest, least have least, spricht has sprischt, sprechen has sprischt. So they see that IE is also got changed. So as I mentioned above, that things might change according to the personal pronoun verbs agreement. Okay, so these are the things. So then we have ER, Z. ER mean, just let me write it, E to you, he, she, we, they, and this is a formal form of you, so it's a formal you. So yeah, so here a z, wherever you see he, she, it, you have to use co, you have to just add t or et at the end. But it also varies that sometimes the verbs have this thing called iet, so 90% of the time the things might go same, but sometimes what happens is the rules also fail sometimes, so you have this exceptions in chemistry, I think, that where the things don't go right, but 90% of the time the rules remains the same. Then we have spricht, we are kuchen, there you're using en, kocht, arbeitet, lest, spricht, kuchen, arbeiten, lesen, sprechen. So as you have this, remember that we have just testant and verb, test, ten, testant and verbs. So what we do, that whenever we see that so this is a simpler way of a rule, this is not a rule, but it's a way to remember things up, that whenever we use see ish, you use I. Okay, and whenever you see do, you use st. Okay, whenever you see air z s, so use t, and whenever you see v, you use en. Okay, and whenever you see ear, you use again t, and whenever you see z, so you use e. Okay, test in 10 t e s t 10 en. Okay, so here is not st, here is n also, so just a glimpse that I have done this wrong. Yeah, here is n, not t. So yeah, so wherever you see z, so you use en. Yeah, now it's good. So yeah, if you don't understand it still, I would recommend to watch previous videos, because I have explained there very well, and I try to elaborate as much as I can. But if you still didn't get it, because here is this just an overview, so you can watch the personal pronouns, because I think that it's a third time that I'm covering this up. So because it comes in the book, but I have already covered it, I think thrice or thrice at least. So yeah, let's go. So yeah, here is an exercise also. So you have to write that which video belongs to which, and so, and you have to answer it as well. So let me just try it. Okay, just change the color of the pen. So I just don't like to do blue this time. Mm-mm. So analytic. So I think that here we are going to encounter with Zingst. So S is gone, so we have just Zingt. Do auch so gut. So then we have, why we have T? Because of do. We have with do we use just st or t. So as you remember that there is an exception in zinct. तो zingst नहीं होगा, st नहीं आएगा, there is going to zinct. You are sure with it? I am not sure with it, but I like to google it also, that we have this verb or not. So I like to use an app. For example, if you are going to encounter some way or the other that sometime you don't feel that you don't know the meaning of the word and like that, so there is app called dict.cc, which we use to translate verbs and English to German, German to English. So that's a very, I must say that's a very good app, and that I have also personally use online. Yeah. So for example, I'm going to use sing. Yeah. So if I just type sing, so it's going to say me that this is the verb, and you can hear the audio as well if that played. Yeah.
Singen.
Okay. To sing. To singen. Okay. So if I'm going to zingst, so अगर यहाँ पे कोई ऐसा वर्ब होगा तो नहीं है यहाँ पे zinged. Zinged है to sings. But I'm pretty sure that we don't use st because of it. हो भी सकता है, but let me just google it because I'm not pretty sure with the verb. So sometimes what happens is I also forget that with do. Just we are going to ask ChatGPT, no? So ChatGPT also help us in here. If I had, yeah, here we have. Do the personal pronoun So yeah, I'm wrong here. So yeah, they use st. Sometimes this happens also. So we have to use st because I feel that whenever I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I no need to be worried to be covered it up. So yeah, here I'm wrong and I accept it, and you have my apologies for it. So we have here singst. So this is what I learned too, that sings also has st with it. And then we have Eva. Eva Paris spricht du Französisch. So Französisch spricht. Yeah. So where what do you think that we have st? So they are using do, right? So do, and which picture is it denote to? Why? Then we have say Betty. Betty is try and spiel. Okay, Betty. Okay, Betty is saying. Okay. Betty is saying that. Okay, that we have to just okay. Not try. So this is say that Betty is saying that spielst. So here this is going to do spielen. Spielen. Why spielen? Because here we are using z. Z means no, here is a little small z, not bigger one. So yeah, so small z means spielst. Spielt. Spielt. Okay, pen. Spielt sie wirklich Fußball. Then we have kann Sophie, sorry, Kuchen. So here it is eins. Kuche. Wir Kuchen. Sophia Kuche. Wir am Wochenende Spaghetti oder arbeitest du. So here what we have? We have wir. So here it is going to Kuchen. At the rate Sophie Kuchen wir am Wochenende. So Kuchen so they are saying that they are asking Sophie that are you going to cook on the weekend spaghetti or do you have work to do? So Betty, then we have Betty. Ben is saying that Betty ich lese. Betty ich lese im Moment ein Buch von Daniel Kehlmann und du. So here is Daniel Kehlmann is a man and book means book. So undo. So here I use e because there is a verb ish and this belongs to I think the dry. Then we have if Pia ear, we are using ear here to Pia jogged. Pia joggen or jogged jogged भी हो सकता है, jog भी हो सकता है, jogged ही होगा mostly. ये morgen auch. So yeah, so here we are done with this and this is we have done. So likewise we are going to cover in the next class Arbeiten zu. So for example, I'm just going to give you homeworks and we are going to discuss the answers in tomorrow. That Arbeiten Sie zu Drittpersonen A nennt ein Verben im Infinitiv, Personen B nennt ein Personalpronomen ich, du, Personen C nennt die Form, dann nennt Personen C ein anderes Verben. And the next question is und sie, was machen sie gern? Sprachen sie mit 5 Personen? Notieren sie die Hobbys? So this means that you have to write 5 sentences about the 5 person and you have to note it down their hobbies and what they like to do. So that's it is what saying. And on the above you have to write that what verb agreement do you use generally for for with arbeit. For example, you want just given in the example, so you have to specify that what personal pronoun goes to with the word, okay, and how the word is going to change. So just mm, focus on that, and that's your homework. Okay, so here we are done with the today's lecture, and for this we are done here. And for Ubun's book, I think that we have already covered. Where is Ubun's book? Yeah, here we are. For Ubun's book, I think that we have covered Guten Tag. We have covered this. Also, we have covered this. If we haven't, then I think that most of the exercises has answers, so you can check it. Yeah, so it's here that if you have done, I think that when I remember, I think that we are at last we are here and we have done this also. Then we are then we have Landessprachen, we have done this too. um, I'm not sure by this, but this is, you can skip, or you want to do it, you can do yourself. Landessprachen, Spielen, Wichtig, Fragen. So yeah, we are same on the, we are same on chapters. So you have, this is your homework also, so please do this also. So for example, this is your homework, please mark it homework. Ich lese gern, ich singe gern, wir joggen gern, or what we are doing. uh, do by it by yourself, we already have answers here written, so just don't look into it. So you can do this and you can do this also. But that's it, I think that's all. mm, um, that's all, and have a great day ahead. Bye bye, take care, auf Wiedersehen.